friends, I'm Jeff Corwin, and welcome to Extraordinary World. Today is going to be a remarkable journey.
Departure 1363 is off Marshfield.
We'll join the heroes fighting to save sea turtles.
I want to make sure that future generations have the same animals that I do. I don't want them to learn about sea turtles from a textbook.
Join me on an adventure with my friends at the Brady Hunter Foundation. Every week, we're going on a remarkable mission to protect nature, conserve habitats, and inspire future generations in our extraordinary world. Presented by the Brady Hunter Foundation. Climate change is impacting the wildlife of the United States in many profound ways. Summers here are getting longer and hotter, and winters are coming much more suddenly and more unpredictably. The Brady Hunter Foundation and I are working with my good friends at the New England Aquarium's Sea Turtle Hospital. They are on the front lines of rescuing sea turtles threatened by climate change.
Here is a very special species, a young Kemp's Ridley turtle. It's been cold snapped, cold stressed.
We're going to give it some emergency medications, some fluids, and see if we can get it swimming.
For these subtropical and tropical sea turtles, quick temperature changes create a phenomenon called cold stunning.
They are ectothermic. Their whole energy system is driven by the outer world around them. If it's too cold, they can't function.
They become literally paralyzed and get stranded along the beaches.
So why are we seeing so many sea turtles that need to be rescued? Well, it's both good news and bad news. The good news is that the coast of Massachusetts, Boston Harbor, Cape Cod, is far more biologically and ecologically healthier than it was back in the 1970s and 80s. So sea turtles have a great resource to come to feed and thrive. But also climate change.
The Gulf of Maine is the fastest warming body of water on the planet. So higher numbers of turtles are coming farther north. They follow that Gulf Stream up, and they are staying here longer. So more are getting trapped when those temperatures start dropping.
As climate change disrupts seasonal shifts, sea turtles lose environmental cues that signal their migration. Coupled with the natural hook of the Cape, they become trapped, unable to escape quickly to warmer waters. All these reasons are why New England sees so many cold-stunned turtles.
So really right now it's about stabilizing this animal. It's under a lot of stress. So what Charlotte has done, she's got some nice hydration. She's putting this just under this skin there. We call that a sub-Q, so we can sort of passively absorb that. So friends, the good news is our Kemp's Ridley sea turtle has begun its journey of recovery. The other great news is we got a whole bunch of sea turtles that are ready for their next journey ahead, which means we got a flight to catch.
Currently, the New England Aquarium's Sea Turtle Hospital is at full capacity. To help ease the burden, we're transferring 30 turtles to different facilities. 5 of them will be sent to the New York Marine Rescue Center in Long Island. Once there, these turtles can continue their rehabilitation at one of the largest facilities on the East Coast.
Last but not least, we have this beautiful loggerhead right here, about 130 pounds.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 2. Yep. And then lay in.
This is a heavy box.
Slide. They're all loaded up.
Before we can depart, staff at this local airport are helping us transfer these precious creatures as quickly as possible.
We're actually in this beautiful little local airport. It's part of my community where I live. We've got our big gal right here, our loggerhead. Okay, good job.
Once we're loaded up, Ken, a passionate sea turtle conservationist and the president and pilot of Turtles Fly 2, is prepping us for takeoff.
Let's get these turtles to their next destination.
Departure 1363 is off Marshfield, 900 climbing 2,000 relative.
After the break, we work alongside heroes to give these threatened and endangered sea turtles a second chance. We're on an epic rescue mission.
And runway 33, clear line, dash 1363.
This private charter has 30 cold-stunned sea turtles ready for their next phase of rehabilitation. To help ease the burden of the New England Aquarium, we're transferring 5 of these turtles to the New York Marine Rescue Center here.
Loggerhead is a beast, I'm just going to tell you right now.
Put her in here,
Yeah,
and then
maybe slide it out a little bit more.
Executive Director Maxine is making sure each new patient is transferred into their care.
That's right. 1, 2, 3.
all right, girl. Good.
And that's how you learn turtle.
Since 1996, they've rescued nearly 4,000 marine animals right here.
1, 2, 3.
Every new intake must be triaged immediately.
We really want to get her back in the water, but we want to make sure that she's at good temperature and she's got a good heart rate. Thank you.
I'm assisting Maxine with Loggerhead 303 that was just flown in from Massachusetts.
A normal turtle heartbeat is about 32 beats per minute. These cold suns are usually 1 to 2 per minute.
Wow.
And then we're just listening for that heart. You can hear that whooshing sound.
Yeah,
So that's 1 heartbeat right there. I think I heard it.
yeah. There it is.
Yes. So it sounds pretty strong.
That's awesome.
Internal temp is 21.6, which is great. Our tanks
Okay.
are about 22 to 23.
Okay.
So I'm feeling really good about this turtle, so we're going to get it right into our tank.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Cold stunning also slows down turtle metabolism to dangerous levels, making them vulnerable to disease and unable to eat. So feeding them is a critical step to their recovery.
Maybe put the tentacle piece in the water and
Okay.
see if she's interested in it. Ooh, she's eyeing it.
Oh, she's looking at it.
That special touch.
That gives me so much hope. I feel like I'm like my Italian grandmother.
Yes.
Eat. Why should people care? I mean, it costs thousands of dollars to make this work.
Yeah.
Why is that important?
Sea turtles are keystone species, and so they're important to our oceans to be healthy. To me, I think about these turtles during cold sun season. I don't sleep. I worry about getting in the next day to get them going. So that reward of getting them back to the ocean is just makes the day.
That's the payoff. That little gem of joy takes away from all the heartache and the stress and the bureaucracy and the challenge.
We're working long hours, but everybody's so dedicated to the mission.
We're chronicling the heroic efforts of a network of marine wildlife conservationists that rescue cold-stunned sea turtles.
Our team monitors a 24-hour hotline. Anybody in the general public that is walking the beach can actually call that hotline and report an animal. And once we get those calls, we send our team out to pick up the turtle off the beach.
Impassioned individuals like Sophia, an intern turned program assistant, help scour these frigid shorelines to rescue those reported turtles from the dangerous elements.
They're very small. We get some guys in who don't look too good and they make a full recovery. So we got faith for these little guys. I grew up loving the marine environment, and I want to make sure that future generations have the same animals that I do. I don't want them to learn about sea turtles from a textbook. I want them to be able to actually go and see them in the wild and experience them. I really love that I'm able to care for them and look after them and show people how resilient these animals can be.
Maxine and I are about to check vitals on one of the newest intakes. This critically endangered Kemp's Ridley is just 3 to 5 years old.
You want to do that heart rate?
Okay.
So earlier today we had 0.
0. Not a beat.
Not a beat.
And it's alive.
Yes. You know, reptiles are really cool. They can have no detectable heart rate and still be alive. So we're using a fetal Doppler. We're listening for a whooshing sound. I hear it really faintly.
say that?
I can hear it, yes. So right now his beat, what do you think it is?
At 6 beats per minute. So, slowly we're gonna get him up to ideal, and maybe in a couple days he'll be in a big pool by himself.
To go from 0 to 6 heartbeats in a day is a true testament to the success of the center's work. However, if not for volunteers, these turtles wouldn't stand a chance during this incredibly busy time. Thankfully, Alejandro of the Brady Hunter Foundation is helping out.
I'm an avid diver. I love going into the ocean. I love swimming. Every once in a while, I get lucky and I'm able to see a couple sea turtles here and there. They're one of my favorite sea animals. And so to be able to be out here today, to really be able to work with them, it's sad to see that they're injured, but I'm so proud that I'm able to help.
Gently put them in the water.
Andrea shows Alejandro how they gradually warm these sea turtles.
Really cool how much they're able to get through. We sometimes have turtles that have no heartbeat, they're not breathing, and the only response that we really see is just like a little eye twitch, and we're really working with them every single day, fighting for them. I can see the impact I'm making, and that adds to that feeling of accomplishment that I'm doing something good for these animals.
You don't really see the heroes behind the curtain. And so to be able to be out here today, to really be able to work with them, it was incredible.
Coming up, when summer arrives, these sea turtles get a second chance.
It was just such a joyfully tearful experience, and it was really amazing.
Up next, it's a triumphant return for these incredible sea turtles. My friends, it's been 6 months since this heroic network of marine wildlife conservationists transferred 5 cold-stunned sea turtles from New England to Long Island. Now that local water temperatures are ideal and these sea turtles have healed, it's time for the turtles to go back home.
We get to invite the general public to come and meet us at the beach. We have our Greater Atlantic Stranding organization to be able to save all these animals together.
I always cared for the marine life that we had here on the island, and so I was looking for something that helped me, contribute back to that, and I fell in love with it. I knew that it was my dream job. We get to release our patients and watch them return home, and it was just such a joyfully tearful experience, and it was really amazing.
Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed our incredible journey today on Extraordinary World, an adventure that had us rescuing sea turtles. I look forward to our next time exploring our Extraordinary World.
Clean up your trash from the beach, stop using balloons, helping save turtles off the beach. Anything little to big could help these guys.
Takes one step, courage to really be able to get out there and just do what needs to be done to make this planet a little bit better.